I'm going to show you how to deal with sweaty players with textbook strategies. I'm also going to make some mistakes, and I'm going to walk you through what I did wrong. This is the IceManIsaac Academy, where I teach you how to get better. Sometimes I review your gameplay, and sometimes I break down my own gameplay live. Check it out. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to find ourselves in a game where you're going to try to win solos. If we end up falling short, we will spectate someone who takes us out. But as mentioned in previous videos, some of my favorite things to do to start off a map. Oh my goodness, there it is. I'm going to press the issue here. Not let this man get plated up. There is a guy over there, though, so we actually are going to slow up. There we go. He took him out for us, and we still somehow got the kill. I should have proned out on the other side, but one of my favorite things to do is the cash route. Okay, there's a cash here that we're going to get our hands on. Go ahead and drop this. And there's a cash up here, which, if you get the right amount of cash, can lead you to an early loadout. But we got blessed with the free loadout. But we have to be careful, okay? This player died. There no longer is the plates on... There's a bug in the game. It's not meant to be this way. There's a bug in the game where if you kill someone, they don't drop plates. So I'm very, very careful right now that that guy does not push over on us. But more than likely, if you look up at the minimap, he's the most wanted. So he actually gave us a little bit of information to work with. I want to keep an eye on the back left ridge. There he is. Great shots out of that guy. And so since he's shooting straight, and since I don't have plates, I'm going to disengage, man. We can see on the mini-map that he's forcing the issue. Cool, bro. I will live to fight another day. I will deal with you later. More than likely, he's got most wanted, so he doesn't have his loadout. If he does start to shoot me, then we're just going to go ahead and drop out of the jet ski and hit the water. But I'm not trying to fight that. I'm not trying to force that. So what we're going to do is go ahead and work our way up here, because we see this most wanted off to our right. More than likely, a most wanted early game. Probably a pretty aggressive player. So I'm going to take away his ability to close the gap on me while I still try to work and find myself some plates. So, great start there. Like I mentioned in previous videos, there are maps out there that show all of the locations of the cash drops. Sometimes you can get super lucky and find yourself your very own loadout crate. But now that I have 8 plates, I'm feeling a lot more confident pushing out, and I want to see if I can find that Black Noir skin and get him out of the game, because he was shooting pretty straight. And if I can take him out early, that would be awesome. There he is. There he is, and he's gone. Just like that. Love that. Okay, now we can start focusing on players over here. So once again, the focus of this is trying to get a win, but as I've always mentioned in the past, okay, we're going to stop. We're going to ping his last known location. Take him out. I like to shoot my gun. That gives me dopamine. That releases little chemicals in my brain that make me feel good. So while we're going for the win, we're going to be trying to go for kills as well. And we're going to give away little tips like that to help us rack up this W. So we saw players shooting over to our right. I'm not going to run straight towards them because the zone is going to push them into me anyways. So I might as well just go ahead and hold them out via this natural cover. And it's going to be very difficult for them to get out. But that's no longer a factor because it's in the gas. Pretty far in the gas at that. And we're going to see if we can spot this player late rotating. They may have already made it out of zone, though. In which case, I have to keep an eye on my left. Not seeing anything. Yep, there he is. Who we're looking for. Get a little bounce. And I don't really want to burn my durable just for a couple $1,000s. But sometimes that little bounce throw, if it's tough to time the nade, if someone directly underneath the ridge, you can just bounce it off the ridge. I gotta be careful though, someone could be holding me. I'm focused up as I rotate in. And we're pretty far behind the power curve right now. We got some good kills. We took out some good players.
Safe zone relocated.
Hit that player. Not leading enough. He's in the back seat now. We got a Rick Grimes and an LTV out in front of us. This could be annoying. He's fully plated. He's probably going to whip around and try to challenge me. To avoid any shenanigans, I'm going to take height.
Solid copy. Mortar strike on the way.
So I opted to mortar his LTV. And then guess what, brother? I'm going to play to my specialty. I'm not going to try to fight this sweat, who's clearly trying to grief me and hold me. I'm not going to try to fight you inside of a building on mouse and key on one of my first games of the day. Ideally, my mortar destroys your LTV. I get up on this nice, beautiful hilltop, and then I hold you.
You're losing ground. Move it.
As I was rotating, though, I did see a player off to my left building. I've only got one smoke to play with. And as always, we can jump up on top of these. Pop UAV. And this gentleman right here is committed to the cause. And yeah, I think we're going to grief him. I think we're... Oh, no, he got into the LTV. Not sure how that LTV managed to survive. There it goes. Now it's disabled. And there it is. Mediocre, mediocre indeed. I cannot stand people who play with the LTV as their only option in solos. And that brings me great joy that I was able to catch that in the middle of a coaching. So, once again, we are focused on winning here, not just on kills. So if I see someone that I'm like, you're going to be a problem, like the really sweaty Black Noir skin or that really sweaty Rick Grimes skin, I'm going to try to do what I can to deal with you now. Right? Because at the end of the day, I would rather deal with a player that I think is going to be a threat and then maybe die to them early than play until the end, play until the end, play until the end, and then they hold me. So if you have the information, more than likely, get rid of them while you can. Now, I'm done fighting on the edge, okay? I want to get established in a little bit more of a power position. I think I can find myself some pretty nice money, possibly by grabbing a most wanted. Right now, I'm just going to use this height. I'm going to scan these rooftops and try to work my way in. As well, I am hungry for kills, and as we know, most kills happen on the edge of the zone. I want to make sure we're putting on a repeatable clinic for you guys. So, since I don't see any free kills of people just camping on rooftops, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get my money up. Because we're pretty, we're down pretty bad right now. We do have a self-revive, which is nice. But I need those UAVs to rotate. I need those UAVs to hunt down players to get kills.
There's a bounty on your head. Eliminate enemies and secure supply caches to get rid of it.
Throw that extra frag, and that's exactly what I was looking for.
Incoming.
Is that portable radar.
Gas is moving in.
And he's dead. So, if you noticed, at the beginning of that fight, as I was looting through here, you saw me kind of double back and panic around. The reason I did that is if you look up in my top left, you can see that I'm on someone's UAV. So anytime I'm on someone's UAV, I'm always very paranoid about trying to get a portable radar on the ground, trying to get a UAV on the ground. And then, when I heard that guy, I heard he was on the roof. Here's my thought. It is much easier for me to challenge someone. It is much easier for me to challenge someone, because I know based off my UAV that he landed on this roof, to challenge like this, than it is for him to wait for him to get on my roof, and now I challenge like that. Like that's going to be chaotic. I thought I heard a footstep there. I did. He's actually ghosted, which is why we didn't spot him earlier. What we can do, we can rotate out. Try to get some more info. Throw up that mosquito. And yes, I could have looked off to the right to taken out that player. But, playing for the win here, okay? I'm not doing anything stupid. Put this down. Put it up here.
Friendly buy station deployed.
Everyone in the world knows where I'm at right now because of the most wanted. He's got mortared. Now, I'm willing to risk the mortar for a brief second. Just so I can buy this UAV. But more importantly, the radar drone. Because I heard someone's door open up on me, so I would rather just use my radar drone instead of my full-up UAV, because I know he's close. If I didn't know that someone was near me, I would pop a UAV and get wide information. But since I know someone's close, I'm not going to waste a UAV on that. Another sweaty Black Noir skin. But what he's trying to do is he's trying to bait out a shot and then pre-aim me. Another mortar. 23 seconds from finishing this, so what I'm going to do is open this up, which will help finish it faster. 8 seconds. I don't see the player underneath me, which probably means it's the ghosted player from earlier, but he's no longer standing still. Because remember, in this game, there he is. Now he appeared. He appeared because he started standing still.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTV at this time.
Ah, and that's the same guy at the very beginning. That's a really easy win for me on mouse and key, or on controller. Really good centering on that guy's part, despite not knowing where I was. Who knows? Maybe it's just cracked. Oh, the well-known stair glitch. Near impossible to beat. And since I already knew that I had him cracked, I just went ahead and challenged with the shotgun there. Very risky, honestly, very sloppy. Okay, I screwed up here. I only had like one piece of damage against me. I was smart and I pre-aimed where I thought he was going to be. But as soon as I missed that shot, he wrapped left and started to push up. So I'm kind of in this position where, do I ego chow him corner to corner while I'm missing a plate? Or do I back up, fully plate, try to use a frag and take the fight there? Now, if he kills me here, I'm dead. He'll be able to mantle over and kill me. He's probably not going to be dumb enough to try to pull a parachute and mantle into a gunfight. Like, any decent player knows you don't mantle into a gunfight. So that's why I decided he's not going to give me a freebie. If I go for another, you know, ego chow with the sniper and I miss, it's probably an instant GG's. But he won a really good gunfight. That's the same player that we ran into at the beginning of the game. Obviously a sweaty player.
Bounty targets identified. Weapons free.
I don't know how he knew exactly where I was.
You're losing ground. Move it.
Even though I was smoked and repositioned, but maybe he had a UAV up or something. See, I always like to just assume that someone's not cheating. It helps my sanity out, right? I just always assume that someone is legit, even though I know there is a large portion of cheaters in this game.
Enemies are dropping into the area.
If you just assume that your enemy's legit, it just makes your day so much easier. You can complain about sweats all day. Oh my gosh, this guy's so sweaty. This guy's so sweaty. And it forces you to try to get better.
All bounty targets destroyed. Hell of a job.
But if you start thinking everyone's cheating,
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
you're just going to have a bad time. No matter what, you're just going to have a bad time. So that's kind of part of my philosophy. So I don't know if anyone's near me, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this DDoS. And notice how it didn't say player EMP'd. That means more than likely there is not someone directly near me. Oh, I was saving that muni box until I got the loot that I wanted. I'm going to drop this, pop these. I'm going to drop this gulag token because we don't need it. And this LTV just got out over here. They got into a fresh one. Another LTV player. I didn't have the bolt pulled back. It's okay. It is a downtown ending, so more than likely the LTV won't be a big factor. Knock on wood. All right. So let's go ahead and hit the regain. We do have a lot of money here. I'm going to see if I can get this portable to drop here with us. We're going to get self-revive, and we're going to get some UAVs. Outside of that, not a bad start. Ran into a really solid player.
Deployable buy station is available.
Pop that UAV insta since we don't have any other information. I grabbed a portable. just so we can start to use that information as well. And I want to find out what's going on at this building.
Gas is inbound. Marking
If
a
I
new safe
can,
zone.
before my UAV runs out, I really want to get a ping over there. Actually, this building
UAV is bingo
is
fuel.
clear.
RTV at this time.
We're gonna try to take this. So this is a risky
Loadout
building to
drop headed
take.
your
But
way.
if we take this, we'll pretty much have high ground the rest of the game. So there are 2 players up here. Sounds like that guy might be in the window. He is. That's a grenade.
Gas is closing in.
So. Not worth it, it's not worth it. If it's just 1 player, I would feel a little bit more confident about going for it. But since it's 2, I think it might be a little bit too risky for me. But what we can do... Oh, no.
Enemy soldier
Hold this
incoming.
building right here. Okay? The focus of this building is to catch these players jumping. Nothing else, okay? We're not worried about holding out anyone over here. We're not worried about any of that. We're just trying to hold these players as they potentially jump off to us. It's one of those tough ones, man. You kind of got to think about. That's going to be safe, but it's definitely not going to be safe long term. This has the potential to pull to me. These 2 players are like the big threat, right? Who could take out the game. And then eventually it's probably going to end up where highway is going to be high ground and it's going to end with players under highway. So I think for now, I'm going to save this UAV for later rotations. If I hear a parachute dropping, I'm going to instantly whip around and try to take out these players. But it's a little bit awkward because I have a player on this roof and I also have a player that's going to peek this window right here. And they haven't fought each other yet because I haven't heard the gunfights. I just saw a player in the top left window of this. It's a little bit risky to aggro against that player because if I start playing against these players, he's going to be ready to shoot me. It looks like these guys might start fighting.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
And yeah, here we go. Now we have a little bit of roof control. There is a guy up here. Way too much lead. That's okay. Shout out to that man for not being aware and then also taking a dive. You're the man, Cuddle Cabbage. Cuddle Baggage. Okay, now I'm jump peeking. I'm looking at this window and this ridge line. I'm still holding on to this UAV. Very, very important information here in a moment. This player's definitely still up there. I'm trying not to expose my back to other snipers. Do a quick sanity check. Make sure no one else took that height. Still hear the footsteps. There it is. That's who we're looking for.
You're in the top 10. Keep
I think
knocking
there's
them out.
another window he can go to. Oh, we showed face. That was enough to scare him off.
Gas is inbound.
And then, yeah, like I mentioned, all going to come down to highway. What we're probably going to do... Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh, we just threw. I just killed Cracked. The kid, the guy. Nice shot out of this man with the Evolve Ear. That was the guy that does the Arcane Blast. We'll have to get his POV possibly. The game plan there was to try to kill some of these players who would be, you know, shooting me, right? And then I would maybe use one smoke to smoke off this building and then take the height. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't want to stay up there long term. Ideally, I self-revive, I smoke myself off, I dive, and I take this roof, and I also have a UAV to help with it all as well. But at the exact time that I get sniped, I end up falling off the edge and end up getting taken out. So let's go ahead and bring it home and see what we can do. That's freaking funny. I told you this was a sweaty lobby. That was another streamer content creator who does like a lot of mage meme type builds. He'll play around in the
Gas is
LTV
closing in.
and he'll like
Relocating the safe zone.
he'll throw Molotovs and it'll be like fire blast, fire blast. He'll throw flash grenades and be like blinding light. Ooh, great shots, great spray transfer. Now immediately get behind hard cover because you don't know where next is.
Gas is
Yep.
inbound.
And I believe he got a knock earlier with his airstrike. So the last player is most likely above him. So what he could... Oh, no. Last player's in the LTV. Okay. This is great for him. Exactly what I would do. I would start to play top. I would have checked those guys' loot, though. Like, if you know those guys over here, check those guys' loot. See if they have something like, you know, utility, like a muni box. Or, you know, maybe a Simtex because you're dealing with an LTV. And honestly, if I'm him... I was about to say, I would take this roof because there's no other way to retake this height. I would take this roof and start looking at that LTV and doing damage. Like right now, you could push. This LTV is stuck. He can't move because of the airstrike, and you could start shooting into the passenger. Now, he does have one more airstrike. It's more than likely going to end inside of one of these builds. Spots him, but that's not enough damage to push off of.
Safe zone relocated.
He doesn't have a gas mask. But more than likely, this player went inside the ladder and is wrapping around inside, and he's going to have to drop down for a really awkward 50-50. Now, he does have one stun grenade to work with, and I also would be stowing that shock stick that he just rolled over, because in an in-game gunfight, I'm throwing everything I've got. Spots the player. It's directly underneath him. I would just make that jump. Yep. I would not pull your parachute. And I would do that thing that we talked about earlier. You could throw that stun down on the ground, and the stun will bounce and then blow up in the air. Yep, and now push. No, this guy tried to throw a trophy system, but he threw it too late. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, if you're in that final circle, you got to throw that trophy system instant if you have it. And if you're the guy on the top, I would have pressed the issue a little bit sooner. Because if that guy does have the pull and he does throw that trophy system down, all he has to do is hold that roof line because you don't have a gas mask. I screwed up bad, man. I screwed up bad. I got a little bit tunnel vision on the guys down below me. But my reason for that tunnel vision was, as you saw, that one guy was turned around and waiting for me to jump. So I didn't want that. And I didn't want to jump down to my second plateau because I wanted to be able to jump the highway. So... I mean, good shots on the other guys downing me. I was going to use that smoke grenade to smoke my feet, push onto the highway, and then just win exactly like that guy did right there. But sweaty lobby, man. Very, very sweaty lobby. A lot of streamers in there, or at least I ran into at least 2 that I noticed. And then, yeah, but the principle stands, okay? If you find a sweaty player, get rid of them. Hold them out. Drop what you're doing, and don't play scared of the fact that they're a good player because you need to deal with them. Because fortunately, when I ended up dealing with that guy, I had a gulag token. But if I waited until the end game, you're going to end up like me. You're going to end up in 8th place. But if we can take them out early, that's how I prefer to do it. I just play it smart. I don't play to their game, okay? I took out that one guy's LTV and then killed him out in the open. The other guy, I had no plates, and he was shooting very straight. And so I said, screw it. I get out on the jet ski, and then I end up holding that guy and sniping him in the water, okay? If there's a sweaty player, and you can tell just by the way they're moving, make sure you position accordingly. Unfortunately, that guy ended up taking me out when I tried to throw the smoke and then frag the smoke and then take him out. And then he just ended up shooting me really straight, and I missed some shots, so GG's to him. But then in the end game, I just started playing for it again. I'm playing power positions. I knew that guy was eventually going to push me onto my zip line, so what do? I end up holding the zip line. He sees me and backs away. And that allowed me to maintain that superiority on the high ground. Otherwise, he would have the high ground against me. So it's all just kind of this chess match of understanding what other high-level players want to do to you. They want to find me in the open with that LTV. They want to push me while I have 0 plates. They want to take the high ground in the end zone. And just thinking about what they're doing and playing for them doesn't necessarily mean you're going to rack up a really high kill game, but you can still beat them in the long run by anticipating their moves and not reacting to them. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you learned a lot. I know it wasn't necessarily a perfect gameplay, but I think you learn the most when you lose. So if you guys want to get better, send me your footage. This is the IceManIsaac Academy, okay? There's information in the description about how I can coach and review your gameplay, okay? So go ahead and check that out. Submit the information via the Discord, and I will see you all on the next one. Peace.